Well, I did it. I officially bought a resin printer. If you guys have watched the channel for any length of time, you might know that I already have a 3D printer. I have the Bamboo A1 Mini, and that one is a printer that 3D prints filament. So it's like a roll of, looks like really thin plastic. So what I purchased today is actually a resin printer. This is the Elegoo Mars 5. Hopefully I pronounced Mars right. But I'm hoping this is actually going to be a way for me to cast smoother 3D prints. So aside from like helpful things or fun stuff around the house, I tend to 3D print items with the intention of casting them using the Lost Wax casting method. So check out my casting jewelry at home playlist if you want to see kind of what I'm doing with the stuff that I 3D print. I purchased this. I also purchased the wash and cure station. I purchased a heater and I purchased some resin. Mini note here, I want to encourage you to shop around a little bit. I tend to just default to buying stuff on Amazon because I have Prime. It's easy, but I actually purchased these things from the Elegoo website, and I actually put each item into the cart alone instead of buying it as like a package, and it actually ended up saving me like 35 bucks and the shipping was free. So I'm gonna take everything out of the box. I'm gonna show you what comes in each box, then I'm gonna assemble it. So we are gonna do a couple of test prints today, but I will tell you that when I do the test prints, I will do it in the garage, and I will have ventilation and a respirator mask and gloves and all that stuff. So I'll preface this by saying it has been about a year since I purchased my Bamboo A1 Mini, and I am completely new and completely green to resin printing. I have never touched this machine before, so hopefully this will give you a good idea. If you're a newbie or a beginner like me and you wanted to see how easy it is to use right out of the box without any knowledge or anything like that. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and pop all of these boxes open, and I'm gonna show you what's inside each one, and then we'll get started. Yeah! This poor box has been through it. This is what was in there. All right, this actually looks like it's packaged pretty well. So we have a user manual right here, which we're gonna use in a minute. We have a toolkit right here. Sorted things I'm gonna drop on the floor right away. There's a plug here. We have got some gloves, little scrapey scrape, a USB drive that's definitely not full of viruses. We have what looks like little cone-shaped coffee filters. I think this might be for like scraping unused resin back into the bottle. That is what I have learned from the internet, so we'll see. A metal scrapey scrape. And then we have some masks. While I appreciate these little masks, I actually am probably gonna use my big girl mask for this. That's what's in your toolkit. We have power line. That has some protective wrap on there so I don't sausage finger that up. Got some protective wrap here. Can lift this up. We're coming along, huh? This is the top, and there's like a little circular thing here, and that's actually where you can put the heater. I bought the mini heater because even though I live in a place where it's super hot most of the year, right now in the garage it does get kind of cool. I felt like it was better safe than sorry. This right here is everything that comes in just the printer box. So we're gonna go ahead and assemble this part. Then I'm also going to install the heater here. After we do that, then I will pull out the wash and cure station. Holes right here. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on because that seems to be the only way that I can get this attached to here. Please press firmly on the build plate when tightening the screws. Please remove the protective film before printing. I will say we have a suspicious amount of screws that I have not used. All right, so I'll keep you posted on the screw situation. Let's pop this open. Now, you don't have to buy this. I was reading where a lot of people will sometimes have issues with their prints with the resin printer, and that sometimes that is a result of temperature issues. So I was just like, you know what? Let us control our controllables. We have a user manual, a bag with a bunch of suspicious screws. They're only suspicious to me. We have a little white plate. Oh, the actual heater is much smaller than I thought it would be. Hand for scale. I don't really have Lana hands. They're like average. 2 extra cartridges. Yeah, there's already one in here. Big ol' AC adapter here. Here's your cord. The instructions here are actually, they're just like follow the instructions. You can see the holes lining up right there. So that little gray button, it says is the switch. The screw goes under there, and then it looks like the plug goes there and then another screw. Okay, so we got this in. It looks like the two flat heads are what went here. All right, on to the next one. We have another user manual. All right, you can probably guess which one I got. I picked this one because it was suggested. It was suggested when I added this one to the cart, and this was part of like the kit that they had. This is pretty good because you can see how much space this takes up, which was kind of my concern. I don't have a lot of room. Okay, so this is another bag full of tiny screws. Oh, just Allen keys. Here's our fry basket. Well, I don't know what it's called yet. They'll tell me. Looks like a plug. This looks like a thing that might spin. Now with all the unpacking done, let's dig into the instructions. This metal fry basket is actually called the cleaning basket. This is the cleaning bucket. This is the curing turntable. We have the power adapter. And this is what they were referring to as the toolkit. All right, so it looks like when it's in wash mode, it just goes like this. And it feels like there is a magnet in here that's gonna maybe make that little piece in the bottom swish around. And then it looks like when this is in UV cure mode, and it looks like that fits right there, and it looks like that's gonna spin around while this is on. The resin that I purchased was just the basic standard resin. I don't know a ton about it. I'm gonna link down below to everything that I bought to show you. So I'm gonna practice with that cheaper resin. So I also bought this resin, which is the Siraya Tech Cast 3D printing. They make, I wanna say 2 of them. This is True Blue is the one that I have. This is about $40 for this resin. So I'm gonna wait until I practice with the $15 stuff first. But we're gonna go ahead and bring all of this into the garage and just kind of play around with it and see what we can make. We're all set up. The ad for this says that you should be able to use it right out of the box. So we are going to see if that is actually true. It says that it does a self-check upon startup. All right, so let's go back out here. This is the standard photopolymer resin in gray. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pour the resin in. I'm gonna turn the heater on, and then we will go ahead and try to do the test print. Gloves, and I have a mask on. I am a regular PPE princess over here. That I'm just gonna fill it to maybe about there. Hopefully that is enough. I don't really have a good sense of volume versus what our output is yet. This here, and let's go ahead and turn the heater on. It's not super cold in here, but it is a little bit chilly, and it is nighttime. You can see it warming up. Oh, first try. So let's see, do we go to print? Okay, so I'm so nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous, guys. I feel like I'm making a mess. It says 1%, and I'm kind of just assuming this is similar to how our bamboo printer is, that this is layers, maybe 2 out of 1,000, and that's the remaining time. Just guesses. I'm excited to kind of progress with this. All right, I'll be right back. You guys keep watch. very exciting. It looks like we got a piece here. I actually have some alcohol I'm gonna fill this up with, and then we're gonna go ahead and clean it up and then do the cure. I got actually a case of this alcohol in anticipation, so I can already tell I'm gonna go through quite a bit of this. This was 32 ounces. In order to fully submerge this, I'm probably gonna have to use another one. Slide it out. But that's what it looks like right now. Oh, has it got little stairs in it? That is so cute. Oh wow, how embarrassing. That doesn't fit in there like I thought it would. Well, I would love to know why they suggested this as the model to get and then have it not fit. So that's on me. So I guess the thing to do here is, since this doesn't fit in there, I guess I'm gonna actually have to scrape that off and then just put it in there. I feel bad, I kind of wasted the alcohol actually. I might pour it back in maybe. I'm assuming I just scrape it off and put it right in here. Wash station on. I thought the package from the resin would tell me how long to do the wash. The internet seems to be of the opinion that it is in that maybe 4 minutes. Let's try 4.5 minutes. Oh, I see. Okay, I gotta show you this. Had to use both brain cells for this one, so that's where the time is. But there's a little swirly. We wanted the swirly for washing. That's what we wanted. And when I hit it the first time, it was on like a little sun icon right there. It looks like at about the halfway mark, it stopped and then reversed directions. I just have it on a paper towel here, but this is very cool so far. I'm really, really excited. A little closer. One thing I do see while we're waiting on it to dry is I do see some white bits on here, and I wonder if maybe I had it in the alcohol for too long. That's possible. I'm gonna do my Googles. But so far, I'm really excited about how smooth this is looking, especially compared to some of the filament print. So I have a question for all you guys out there who are a little more experienced than me. How do you handle the excess resin on the plate? Do you just kind of squeegee it off with your scraper? That's what I'm thinking I'm doing, just because I don't want to leave it messy, but I'm not sure what to do. Might just do that, but comment down below, how do you guys handle this after you're done printing? It looks pretty dry to me. There's two little screw bottoms here. I want to make sure that I line those up. Yep, there we go. That's a much better fit. We learned our lesson last time, so that's the little light bulb that I wasn't paying attention to before. 4 minutes. I really cannot find where it tells me the times, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research next print. Let's go ahead and go. I will say, I love my bamboo printer, but these are both super quiet in comparison. So my understanding is this should be safe to touch with bare hands now that it is cured. Now, if I was just going to put this on a shelf or something, I might be a little annoyed at some of the white areas. If you are going to make a model to paint, this may not be too big of a deal. And then for someone like me, if I was going to actually do a burnout with this and cast it, the white stuff or the discoloration really doesn't bother me at all. So I will say, I think personally, from taking this out of the box to assembling it and doing a test print, I think that this was really easy. And I say that, you know, with the understanding and the skill set of a beginner, I think that I'm gonna have a ton of fun with this. I actually can't wait to get started making my own files to print. I would also be really interested in printing the same file on this Elegoo Mars 5 and also my bamboo A1 Mini, just to see comparatively, but right now, I mean, I'm not seeing the same kind of layer lines that I would get with the bamboo, even with the 0.2mm nozzle in the bamboo. Now, I get a little bit of striation, kind of, it's going this direction, but you know, I think it's a little less noticeable, and I kind of wonder if this might be something that's a little easier to sand out than those layer lines. Something to think about, but so far, I'm really happy with this purchase. I think this is awesome. Yeah, so let me know down below if you guys have any helpful tips and tricks or advice for me. I am always open to hearing from you guys, but I am super excited to get started using this. I will take you guys along for my learning adventure. That's going to be all from me today. I will see you in the next one. Go forth, be kind, be creative.